him. She is very protective of her children. Kody has not been there since Evie was born, and Evie's 3.5. And she didn't want him to just drop in and like be like, oh, I'm your grandpa, and then be like, what? Who is this guy? Like, you know what I mean? La Samba? Wanna dance? Wanna dance? And that's not a big one.
Strange world.
My kids still want to have a great relationship with their dad.
So it turns out Maddie didn't just ignore Kody at the wedding. She actively kept him from interacting with Axel and Evie. Janelle even explained that Maddie didn't want Kody swooping in and acting like a doting father when he's been nothing but inconsistent. Imagine that, actually wanting your relationships to be authentic instead of forced. This whole situation made me think back to Kody's awkward interaction with Avalon in Season 19, Episode 1. Anyone else find it weird that Kody never held Avalon? I mean, the show let us watch him attempt to engage her while Isabel was holding her, but she didn't cry, no dramatic scene, just a curious look. But then, surprise, surprise, Avalon ends up in Michael T's arms, clearly over whatever nonsense Kody was trying to pull. My guess? She probably cried when Kody tried to hold her. Because, as Janelle so eloquently put it, who is this guy? So Michael T had to step in and calm her down. Honestly, I'm betting they cut the part where Avalon rejected Kody because the show's trying so hard to rehabilitate his image. Gotta keep that good dad narrative intact, right? Long story short, Maddie's doing the right thing by keeping him away from her kids. Kody has zero consistency with his time. Sure, he has a lot of kids, but that's still no excuse. He could have made an effort. How about an annual trip or even a weekly check-in to prove he cares? Instead, he uses giving the maximum as an excuse for why he can't even do the minimum. Like, come on, how hard would it be to do a monthly video chat? Anything that shows he's actually trying to be a part of their lives would go a long way. But nope, Kody's an entitled father. He genuinely believes his kids should just shower him with love and attention because, well, he's their dad. Never mind that he didn't raise them. That was all their mother's. Maddie gets it. She knows how painful that inconsistency is, and she's protecting her kids from experiencing the same disappointment. Kody's only upset because he's losing control, not just over the wives, but over the kids too. Honestly, this whole situation sounds all too familiar. We were in the military and moved all over the world. Not once did any family members make the effort to stay in touch with our son or even visit. We were expected to come to them, no matter the cost, and if we didn't, we got the classic guilt trip. Well, we never get to see you. It was always the same song and dance. We lived in Europe, for crying out loud, amazing travel destination, and even offered to pay for people's trips out, but they were all too busy with their jobs or boarding the dog. Like we didn't have pets or jobs to. And shocker, our son isn't close to any of his grandparents. They complain about it all the time, but guess what? If you don't put in the effort, you don't get to complain when the relationship falls apart. Kody's whining about the distance. Please, couldn't he have just planned a trip once a year or every 6 months? Maybe as simple, hey Maddie, I know I've been distant and I want to do better. Could you send me some dates that work for you so I can come visit? But nope, that would have required actual effort, and we know how that goes. We've got so much to dive into today, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Elena here, and welcome back to my channel reality Nexus X. Robyn is practically the poster child for misery. Well, because she is. As a stepmom, I've learned the hard way that when you marry someone with kids, your relationship automatically takes a backseat to their bond with their children. It's a tough pill to swallow, but it's part of the deal. But Robyn, she took the whole evil stepmother trope and ran with it. She didn't give a damn about Kody's other kids and went out of her way to undermine them, gradually replacing them with her own kids in his affections. She did the exact same thing with the original 3 wives. Robyn kept them around only as long as it suited her, mostly for the financial perks. Let's not forget her calculated effort to keep Meri in the picture. Why? Because Meri's relationship with Kody had long been a lost cause, and Robyn could reap the financial rewards while Meri was still in the picture, with no risk of Kody rediscovering any affection for her. On the other hand, Janelle and Kody actually had a genuine connection, and Robyn couldn't touch that, no matter how hard she tried. But once Meri finally checked out, leaving Robyn to have Kody all to herself, reality hit. Kody wasn't the catch she thought he was. Turns out, the big prize wasn't as shiny as she'd imagined, especially when the cash flow dried up, and there was no one left to sabotage. Robyn's constant misery. Yeah, that's not just a look, it's the reality. Did it pay off financially, though? Well, she's certainly come up. Robyn was deep in debt, broke, and hungry for the finer things in life. Now she lives in a big house, her kids are getting college educations, and she can buy whatever she wants. But living within her means? Yeah, not so much. And as for Kody being the prize hard pass. The saying, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, comes to mind. It feels like Robyn specifically wanted the polygamous lifestyle because it promised her a personal jackpot. She would get multiple breadwinners, built-in babysitters, a bunch of kids for her own kids to play with, and older wives she could easily outshine. Plus, a husband so distracted by his ever-expanding family that he wouldn't notice her manipulations. She got all that, and more, becoming Kody's favorite and securing her spot as the legal wife so she could quietly hold power over the others. Now though, with the other wives gone, it's all crumbling. No more scapegoats, no more people to blame when things get messy. And as much as it's obvious to viewers, myself included, what Robyn has been up to, she'll forever see herself as the victim, just like Kody. These two are textbook cases in narcissism and psychological manipulation. It'd be fascinating to hear what anthropologists think about them now, especially the ones who studied them back when they were in Vegas. Robyn is definitely the issue here. Janelle says, with my children, with Christine, it seems to all be kind of normal. It's like, stable, but let's be real, things were stable before Robyn came into the picture. Christine has a point when she says she doesn't think Robyn has ever been in a plural marriage. Robyn doesn't have the same respect for the other wives. She's divisive, and it's pretty clear she uses her kids as pawns. If her kids are feeling left out, that's on her and Kody, not anyone else. Honestly, I'm starting to feel like a defender of the original 3 wives, Christine, Janelle, and Meri, and the original 13 kids, because it's obvious how much they were neglected and pushed aside for Robyn. The OG 3 have dropped hints about how things haven't been equal because of Robyn, like when she'd call Kody away from the other wives to rescue her or make him feel needed. Janelle even said she felt like a damsel in distress at times. Robyn knew exactly what she was doing, making Kody feel indispensable. Then getting a nanny so he could be the center of her world when he was there. Even the anthropology students noticed how much more time he spent at her house, interacting with her kids, compared to how hands-off he was with his other children. And don't even get me started on that time when the anthropology students pointed out how much Kody was over at Robyn's place with little Saul. She tried to play it off, saying it was because Kody had surgery. Surgery. He had cavities filled under sedation, not exactly a valid excuse for ignoring his other kids. And then she awkwardly tried to explain it away by saying some of his kids just need more hugs and snuggles. Nice try. I mean, Truly and Savannah were pretty young at the time, so she must have appointed herself their spokesperson. Also, side note, why is her kid not brushing his teeth? If she's such a great mom, you'd think that's something that would be a priority, right? I mean, my 18-month-old manages it twice a day, but somehow Robyn's kid is exempt. It's honestly laughable. I think it's a combination of Robyn and Kody. The reason Kody's so bitter toward Christine is because Meri stuck around, playing the family unit role even when Kody mentally crushed her. But when he tried the same thing with Christine, she had none of it. Robyn wants the idea of polygamy, not the reality. She wants the title and the perks, but not the actual work and respect that come with it. As for Janelle, I honestly think she's ace, so the whole romance and intimacy thing isn't a big deal for her. But now, Kody isn't even acting like a friend to her, so yeah, she's gone. The stability the family had with Robyn's arrival was a false one, though. The foundation of their family came at a huge cost to each of them. Every wife sacrificed a significant part of themselves just to keep the family functioning. Before Robyn, Christine had enough. She was tired of being the basement wife, the stay-at-home mom, and the perpetual baby maker. She said no more. Kody's response: bring in Robyn. If it wasn't her, it would have been someone else. And if it hadn't been someone else, the result would have been the same. Do you really think Janelle would have been as close to Christine if she had to take care of her own kids? I doubt it. Christine was always the glue that held things together. When they talk about 12 years ago, they're referencing that crazy time when Christine almost got away but got sucked back in. The only way things would have been different is if Kody had done his job and replaced Christine with someone who actually brought as much value to the family as she did. Why doesn't Kody just sit down and talk to his kids? Oh, right, because apparently he can't talk to them because of his wives. They're all grown-ups, Kody. They can make their own decisions. Forget the wives for a second and pick up the phone. Meet up with them. Fly to North Carolina to see your grandkids. It's not rocket science. So why is he such a selfish jerk about it? Honestly, out of everything he's done, this is the worst in my book. I've had a neglectful father, so this hits hard. It's like a constant reminder that what you put into life is what you get out of it. If you want more, you have to put in the effort. You're the dad here, buddy. He's just like a lot of absentee fathers who blame everyone else, usually the mothers, because they can't be bothered to foster a relationship with their kids. Yep, sounds exactly like my ex. I finally got fed up with his endless excuses and told him straight up, it's not my job to help you be a better father. I'm busy doing the single-parent thing. Get it together. Preach. Absent dads get the best of both worlds. They can skip out on the hard work of parenting, and the mom ends up being the bad guy who actually raises the kids. But guess what? As those kids get older, they know who was there and who wasn't. The moms don't even need to say anything. Their absence speaks for itself. Right? How hard is it to send a text? I'm constantly sending my adult kids random texts and memes just to check in. It takes, like, 2 seconds. But in Kody's world, his kids should be the ones doing all the work and reaching out first. It's disgusting. Honestly, I think Kody probably did try to contact them, eventually, after pouting for who knows how long. And then he expected everything to be sunshine and rainbows, like nothing ever happened. When they didn't just fall all over themselves to forgive him, he twisted it around in his head and blamed Christine and Janelle for ruining his relationship with his kids. Classic move. He probably doesn't even want to try. Building relationships takes effort, and that's too much work for someone like him. He's lazy. He'll try to justify his laziness by saying polygamy is what makes him so busy, but we all know that's a load of crap. I've never seen any of the wives taking naps while he's busy cleaning the house or organizing some family event. He wanted the one house thing, not to benefit his family, but to make things easier on himself. And honestly, it's a lot more comfortable for a narcissist when people aren't challenging their ego. Is Robyn really just a manipulative nightmare, or is she just your typical sister wife? Honestly, I can't help but wonder. Every time people go off about how awful and manipulative Robyn is, I find myself questioning if that's really her, or if it's just par for the course in her particular faith. Take, for example, how everyone blasts her for getting cozy with Kody while Christine was pregnant. Sure, it's a bad look. But let's not forget, Christine did the exact same thing when she courted and married Kody while Janelle was pregnant. So, where's the outrage for her? Or how about the fact that Robyn's the favorite? People love to blame her for Kody's favoritism, but it wasn't like Kody didn't have a massive responsibility in making sure all his wives were treated equally. The OG wives even complained about favoritism long before Robyn came into the picture. It's not like she waved a magic wand and made him neglect the others. And then there's the whole "she only cares about her kids" argument. Yeah, she absolutely prioritizes her bio kids, but let's not pretend other wives haven't done the same. Janelle, for example, had no problem favoring her own kids over Christine's when it suited her. If we're being honest, this is pretty common among all the wives, save for maybe Christine. So why is Robyn suddenly the villain for it? Now, if the rumors about her moving to Flagstaff to be near her son are true, that's another story. That would be way over the top even for a typical sister wife. Uprooting the entire family just to live near your kid at college. That crosses into monogamous wife territory. It's bizarre to prioritize your own child over the whole family unit when you're supposed to be living this plural marriage dream. If that's true, Robyn's not acting like a sister wife at all. She's acting like a mom trying to make her own life more comfortable at the expense of everyone else. And let's be real for a second. In a world where everyone is sharing everything, yes, even bananas, Robyn would pout about needing 5 bananas for her kids, and Kody, like the perfect enabler, would cave and give them to her. The OG 3 would probably just take their half and make some banana bread, but Robyn would whine about the unfairness of it all, and Kody would swoop in to make it all about his big picture vision. Meanwhile, no one ever tells Robyn to look at the big picture, ever. The thing is, it's hard not to favor your own kids, no matter what your family dynamic is. But it became especially frustrating to watch Robyn when people started to feel like she was intentionally driving a wedge between Kody and his sons. The manipulation got to be too much. And the fact that she never takes any responsibility for her actions makes her even harder to watch. It's like she thinks she's never wrong, and that's a tough pill to swallow. When it comes to courting, Robyn's situation is a bit different than Christine's. Christine was already part of the family when she married Kody, and she had firm boundaries, no kissing a married man even if they were courting. Robyn, not so much. She was all in, kissing Kody like it was nothing, and I'm pretty sure when he came to visit her, their chaste Mormon thing went out the window. Even if all that happened, I could almost get on board with her if she'd come in trying to integrate into the family, work together, and be a true team player. But she didn't do that. Instead, she just waltzed in and acted like she was entitled to everything at everyone else's expense. So yeah, Robyn isn't necessarily any worse than other sister wives, but she's definitely not a good look for the whole sister wife concept. She just might be the embodiment of everything that's wrong with it. So, did Robyn and Kody, plus their kids, bully Truly? Let's break this down. I'm rewatching season 17, and in episode 4, Christine is telling the others she's leaving, and Janelle asks about Truly. Christine says something like, she'll be adored, accepted, and a few other things. But this time, I really caught that accepted part. Is it just me, or does that sound a little like Truly might have been mistreated or excluded? By bully, I mean stuff like teasing her about her clothes, her style, or her interests. Truly's an awesome kid, but it's pretty clear her fashion choices don't match Robyn's crew. I could totally see some snide comments being made. In Christine's family in Utah, though, it's like, whatever, Truly's Truly, and she rocks. Honestly, I don't think Truly was ever fully accepted by Kody. Her birth was pretty much an inconvenience, throwing off his romantic plans with Robyn. And as she grew up, Kody was expected to show her attention, but that was never going to happen. She'd already been replaced by Solomon. Even when she was a toddler, Truly would flat out reject Kody's affection. Imagine a 2-year-old telling her dad, No, thank you. When he wanted a kiss or a hug. What 2-year-old does that? Oh wait, only one who knows early on that their dad is a piece of work. Red flag. Remember that moment at Ari's birthday? Kody told Ari she was his sweetie and truly literally mouthed, "What about me?" She's seeing all this love for Ari and none for her, and it's heartbreaking. Of course, she's expected not to care about it. But I'm sure it hurt her. She was forced to witness that favoritism and made to act like it didn't bother her. Kody probably never gave her the space to have any feelings about it. It's no wonder Truly has found so much support from her Utah family, especially from Aspin, Mitch, Michael T, and Payton, who drop everything for her. Truly and Savannah were barely around Kody compared to the other 11 kids. Truly was mostly raised by Christine and Aspin, and when Aspin left, Isabel and Janelle stepped in. Savannah had her mom and Logan, and when Logan left, Christine took over. Meanwhile, Kody's obvious favorites were Saul and Ari because, hey, he found his soulmate. Lucky them. But truly, she was stuck in the shadow of Kody's other kids. Now, Truly's in a better place. She has David, who's like a breath of fresh air compared to Kody. David actually shows up for her, whether it's small gestures of support or being there when she needs him. He's the kind of dad Kody never was. As for Kody and Robyn, the exclusion of Truly is obvious. When Saul and Truly are close in age, they could have been playmates, but nope. Robyn even yelled at Ari for hugging Truly when she was moving away. Why? It wasn't like it was going to be a 15-minute hug. A few episodes later, Truly's hanging out at Kody and Robyn's house, breathing the same air as them. But suddenly, a hug is off limits. That's not just weird, it's deliberate exclusion. Truly and the other original 13 kids have their own minds, and Kody doesn't like that. He wants unquestioning loyalty and worship. But Truly, she doesn't even know the man, and he's too self-absorbed to try. He can't accept her because he doesn't know her, and Truly doesn't fit into his world, just like Christine never did. So, Kody and his family treat her with the same contempt. How lovely. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.